5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're now tuned into the 411 podcast and reading Between the Wines, powered by the Black Diamond Consultations Network. More than a podcast, this is a sanctuary for self-discovery, healing, and personal growth. Here, we explore what it means to live debt-free, not just financially, but spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Every episode is part of a journey across our weekly mentorship series: Spiritual Sundays, Mental Mondays, Transformational Tuesdays, Wind Down Wednesdays, Coaching Sessions Thursdays, and Financial Fridays. Each day holds space for wisdom, clarity, and real conversation. So grab your journal, pour your glass, and prepare to go beyond the surface. Because here, we don't just talk, we transform. And now, here's your guide through it all, entrepreneur, mentor, and founder of Black Diamond Consultations, Laren Gaines.
What's going on? What's going on, good people? How are y'all doing out there? Welcome, 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 welcome on in to another episode of the 411 podcast. This is Spiritual Sunday, and we're going to speak all things spiritual when it comes to financial wellness. When it comes to debt-free living, we're going to have a great show today. We're going to have a great show today. We have a great lineup for the rest of the week for Mental Monday, Transformational Tuesday, Wind Down Wednesday, Coaching Sessions Thursday, and Financial Fridays. So stick around all week. I want to say good morning to each and every one of you out there for listening. I want to say what's up to my Facebook family. You're always rocking with me first thing in the morning. And I want to say thank you so much. This is a big week. I have to tell you that this is a big week, and you are going to be just blown away by the conversations. You are going to be blown away by the special. So I'm going to give a rundown. We have Dre Kings all the way from London. He's somewhere getting ready now. So he'll be tuning in towards the show, hopefully. You know, he is overseas. So, we'll see what happens. We have Jorge Ernesto Lozano going to speak about mental wellness and how making sure you take care of your mental, the importance of taking care of your mental, how it affects you in all aspects of your life, and including, of course, the financial. That's where I come in. We have Transformational Tuesday. We have Mr. Antonio Armenio Trujillo, which will be speaking about changing, shifting, transforming your life. Listen, we write our own stories. I know I'm going in deep already. We write our own stories. So Tuesday, we're going to transform together. And then, of course, I do Wind Down Wednesday. Shout out to my friend, author, poet, Birdman 313. We always chop it up on Wednesdays. You know, that's what we do on Wednesdays. So sample some wine on Wednesday and have a great conversation. Miss Sasha Blanco for Coaching Sessions Thursday. Real talk, real life situations, getting into it with a recording artist that is just bad. So y'all definitely want to check out Thursday. And then, of course, I have to give a very special thank you to my friend, Mr. Danny Lopez Superfly, all the way from Belgium. See, he's coming from Belgium to be right here on a 411 podcast to chop it up and speak about his new album and money and you know what we do here. So, but before we get into tonight's show, I most certainly cannot do this without each and every one of you. So I want to say thank you so much. Number one, please continue to use your virtual voice. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Please share, tag a friend, do whatever you need to do to help support this movement. I definitely do appreciate you. I see you, and I want to say thank you. I also want to give a very special thank you to my executive producer, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for giving me another opportunity to come out here and give you all the 411 podcast. So, with that, let's get into this here. We have episode 18, What Guides Your Decisions When No One's Watching. So, when no one is watching, when it's just you and it's your thoughts, and you have time and you have space, what is guiding your decisions? That's it. We're doing it tonight. Let's get into the song of the day. Now, I'm on this. I'm gonna stay on this. What guides your decisions? Because not only does it come from the financial aspect, I'm gonna take it there tonight. Song of the day is "All Right" by Kendrick Lamar, and I'm gonna remix it. I'm gonna flip it, but I'm gonna stay on course a little bit with this one here because I need to ask myself the rhetorical question: what guides my decisions when no one's watching? Like, I have to know that at the end of the day, the choices that I make, as long as I stay prayed up and as long as I stay faithful and true to the one who knows me best, I know that I'm gonna be all right. We get tested, and I'm not gonna go off track, but we get tested, and it's like sometimes I can see the storm before it comes. I'm so thankful today that I can see the storm before it comes. And without the test, there will be no testimony. And I do know that I have been tested and I have been tried majority of my life. And new levels equals new devils. We all know that. So I know that it's coming. Right when I start to feel like there's going to be a breakthrough, there's going to be a breakthrough spiritually, there's going to be a breakthrough mentally. In some cases, when it comes to the financial aspect too, whenever there's a breakthrough, trust and believe that there will be a test, that there will be a trial that you will have to go to be able to. It's a test to see if you are able. There we go. Able to maintain the new height that you are breaking through to, that you are climbing to, that you are ascending to. I have to tell myself that I'm all right. I had to tell myself today that I'm all right because there's an old version of me that's right back there, tapping me on the shoulder sometimes that says, "You ready to tap out? You want me to take over? Because we know how to do this, right? You know where we came from, right? So you know that you don't have to put up with this. You don't have, you can just go and black out. You can just go upside somebody's head. You could just do the most, right? Right there, tapping me on my shoulder. But I have to tell myself, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, bro. I got this because I know that I'm all right. I don't need to take it there from what I used to be. I don't need to go back. I don't need to reminisce too long. I can look and be like, all right, yeah, I remember. I know who I used to be. Now let's just keep moving forward. But what the enemy tried to do to me and tries to do to me, I know that I'm going to be all right and I'm good. The devil is a liar, and I know who my father is. So I'm going to be all right. So the question that I have to ask y'all out there tonight, do you know if everything is all right in your area? Do you know if everything is all right in your neck of the woods? Because what is guiding your decisions when no one's watching? When you have that alone time, when you have that downtime, when you have that time to look back at what you come from and what you used to be, and then you have a choice to either go left or either go right, what's guiding that? See, I stand on faith because I have to see it before I see it. And I have spent many times, plenty of times in my life, just basically doing things the way I wanted to do it, stuck in fear. What if? Worst case scenarios, planning and doing things because of fear. But then I realized that I kept going into these same cyclical routines over and over and over again, coming up with the same results, always apologizing for doing something. And I finally said, you know what? Let me just back up. Let me be still and let God step in. So now I just go off of faith and even know that sometimes it could be a little scary, it could be a little uncertain, and I might feel as if I'm walking in the dark. I know who my father is, and I know I'm gonna be all right. So just go on. I gotta tell myself to just go on. Yeah, I know you can't see. You may not be able to see everything. You may not know everything, but mentally, up here, I have to see it first. And then whatever I see becomes reality because I have that much faith today versus all of the fear that I used to have back in the day. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And I know I'm in my right mind today because I know who my father is. Song of the day. All right, by Kendrick Lamar. Y'all gonna be all right? Y'all gonna be all right? Because we all right. I gotta tell you, I have no idea what's going on. So the temperature has been like sort of like up and down, up and down. 1 minute is hot, 1 minute is cold. Feel like there's allergies, then you don't know. It's just something else. So excuse my voice if I sound a certain way, but we trying to break through with all the crazy weather. But I know that this good heat is getting ready to come up soon, so I'm all for it. So I have much to talk to you all about. And for those of you listening early in the morning, if you are on point with everything, you may be able to catch me doing a live masterclass. I have a 2 hour masterclass coming up today. So that's it. For those of you out there who are listening live, please do me a favor and text the word peace. Peace. Text peace to 609 200 10, and you may be able to obtain complimentary access to my 2 hour masterclass, The Spirit Debt. Again, the word is peace. Word peace to 609 200 1098. Join me for a live, complimentary 2 hour masterclass. I'm giving away for this masterclass, Spiritual Cost of Debt. We're going to speak about what happens with debt, how it affects you spiritually. When you are in debt, how it affects the spiritual realm, how it affects your walk. God has put us here to live in abundance. And we have to be good stewards of not our money, but of His money, the money that He has entrusted us to manage. When we mismanage God's money, that's when I say hell breaks loose. When we mismanage what God has entrusted us to take care of, and we do what we want to do with it instead of what He would like us to do with it, then I truly believe that all hell breaks loose. And some people say, oh, I don't want to go to hell. Oh, I want to make sure that I'm going to heaven, and all of these things that some of these doctrines have us to believe. But listen, heaven and hell is a state of mind. Again, I'm giving you my real life experiences, and this is my opinion. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial planner. I'm just a financial coach, and I'm sharing with you the experiences, the real life experiences, and some of the situations and scenarios that I have been through in my life. And through that, I believe that heaven and hell is a state of mind. And I don't have to worry about going to hell because I've already been there. I've experienced hell on earth, and all of the realms were screwed up when I was in debt. My spiritual walk was not on point. whatever I had and whatever I thought that was being spiritually sound was distorted. It was distorted, and there was a little bit of chaos in there. And the mental aspect. You want to talk about hell on earth when you don't have your mental together? And you know how they say the enemy can play tricks on your mind? If you don't have the mental aspect equipped and on point and locked down, anything is able to happen. I was speaking a couple nights ago about the African proverb. I might have to look it up, but and please correct me, put it in the comments, let me know. But basically, along the lines of see if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can't hurt you because you are so on point and you are so secure and you understand and know who you are from the inside out that you're not your your inner is so strong that it won't allow something from the outside. It won't allow outside forces to come in and distort what you have going on the inside. But now if you are attacking yourself from the inside, you're just inviting other people to come in and join a party. You're inviting other spirits to come in and join the party. See, you have to be so equipped and you have to be so suited up and well armored up that you were able to fight against all outside sources. See, I had that thing twisted and it's just sounded and it was just an absolute disaster because I used to attack myself mentally. And then, therefore, I opened up the door and allowed other people, spirits, to come in and join the party. That was a problem. Now, the physical aspect of it, the physical aspect is an important thing because a lot of people today, they suffer from mental health issues. A lot of people suffer from depression. There's a lot of different mental situations and illnesses and conditions that go on out there today. Let's be honest, more than ever. I feel, again, this is my own personal experience. I feel, and this is my opinion, that since 2020, it just exploded. And it created the pandemic opened up the door and exposed a lot of different things. I'll put it that way. And it's more, I guess the word is prevalent. Um, I believe, than it has ever been. At the same token, now you're able to seek help a little bit more than what you were before because there are platforms where you can go in and get, great community. So that's the bonus. You're able to go on to different podcasts and speak. Yeah, it's granted, hopefully it's the right one. That's very important to make sure when you're speaking about personal and sensitive things that you have the right audience. So I want to touch base on the physical as well, and I understand how the physical and the mental can tie in together. Because if you are social media scrolling, if that's the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning, before you even pray, before you even have a chance to think, before you have anything, if you're grabbing your phone, a lot of that is being downloaded into your system and it is affecting your mental. So what you're doing in the physical realm can affect you in the mental. If you are basically just, I'm going to call it doom scrolling. If you're basically just scrolling on Instagram or social media, whatever it is, Facebook, TikTok, and you're doing nothing else, and that's all you're doing all day, that is going to weigh heavy on your mental. If you are not getting outside and getting exercise, getting fresh air, you know, hitting that natural sunlight, getting that great vitamin D, breathing that nice fresh air. If you are not doing that, I'm not saying you got to run a marathon, but at least be able to walk around the block a couple times, If you can jog, great. If you can run, amazing. If you are not getting outside, that can affect your mental. So what we do in the physical realm, and we're gonna go even deeper than just this exercise part, just getting out. That's only part of it. But it will tie into the mental aspect, and it affects how you show up in the physical, how you spend your money, how you interact. All of these things go hand in hand. If your spiritual realm is messed up and jacked up, you can be doing some reckless and disrespectful things when it comes to your money. I don't know who I'm speaking to. I'm only speaking from real life experiences, but I've been there before. Staying on this physical aspect, it even goes as far as what you are putting into your system, as far as the foods that you are eating. It's just so what you put in is what you get out. What you put into your system is what's going to, you understand where I'm coming from. Let me know if you feel me when it comes to this. The food choices, healthier food choices will then for affect the mental, and you'll have healthier thoughts and healthier mental patterns, which will show up again in the physical realm. Maybe you will start to think differently because your mind will be a little more clear and not distorted with all of the processed foods and all of the junk foods and the fast foods and everything else that's out there, and a high fructose corn syrup and everything else that they put in these foods. All of them go hand in hand. Not saying that we have to be, it would be great to be A plus plus on all of them. You might be up here on one and you might be here on another. You might be down here on the other, but a nice medium balance is where I'd like to see myself. And I have to remember that every day is not going to be a perfect day, but I always have to remember to practice what I teach. So as I'm interacting with each and every one of you out there, as I'm doing my one-on-one coaching sessions, as I'm having these type of conversations, I'm also reflecting on my own life. And that's just reality. Because I never wanted to have a platform. I never wanted to do any of these things and be living a double life. Because I've done that before. And it wasn't a good feeling. And it was very disheartening. It was very embarrassing. Even though nobody behind the scenes could see that I was living a double life in the past. When I showed up at different places, when I was around people, I just had this feeling of this is just so fake. This is just so fake. And that's when the attitudes came out. That's when the lashing out came, and that's when the drama and the chaos, because I knew that I was living a lie and God did not put me here to sit around some folks that I don't feel like being around and going to places and doing things that he's not putting me here to do. So I know what that's like. And I have refused today. As sure as my name is what it is, absolutely not will I go out here and act one way, say one thing, and then do another. How Black Diamond Council was born, because I said I got to do something different with my life. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Let's clean this up. And then along the way, I learned a few things when it comes to the financial wellness, and when it comes to debt-free living. And I said, okay, this is it. This is why you had to go through what you went through with when it comes to, as I say, living a double life. This is why you had to sit in rooms, be around people that you didn't want to be around. This is why you had to get uncomfortable. This is why people talked crap behind your back, and maybe even today, who knows, but at this and I could really care less. This is because you're different, and this is different, and this is not for everybody. So if you want, and again, I have to tell myself this, if you want to be just like everybody, continue to do it. Continue. I mean, yeah, I've done it before, and it didn't work. We don't like that. It got us nowhere. You know, we were at our lowest to the point where we couldn't get any lower. Or do you want something different? This is what God has called you to do. You knew the right path before you went to the wrong path. Chose to go to the wrong path to get along with the get along crew and to do what everybody else was doing. And I got exactly what they got: miserable, unhappy, full of debt, full of a whole bunch of other things. But I got that already. I lived that, been there and done that. Now this is a new chapter. Now, because I cleaned up the spiritual, the mental, the physical, an amazing thing happened when it comes to the financial realm. An amazing thing happened. And what I was in red turned into green. When I decided to do something a little bit, I understood and learned, oh, you mean to tell me this isn't mine? Oh, God has just entrusted me and put me in charge, and I have to do certain things and ask and pray and wait and be still and know that, okay, I got you. I got you. Now, easier said than done. Before it gets to one aspect, you'll go to work. Like they say, go get in the gym. You have to get in the gym when it comes to the physical aspect. Not saying you literally got to go to a gym, but you got to get outside. You got to get moving. You got to get exercise. You got to do some yoga. You got to get your mind off of whatever was keeping you trapped and mental aspect. You go to work. You got to get in. So now, what does that mean when it comes to going to work and getting in the gym? When it comes to the mental aspect, I'm going to give you a few. I know you. I know you want to know. I'm going to give you a few. You are only an average. And I'm going to repeat this, and I've said it plenty of times, and I'm going to continue to say it. Remember, I have to make sure that I always practice what I teach. So when I minister to you, I'm ministering to me. You are only an average of the 5 closest people that you surround yourself with. 2020, when I learned that, I said, okay. Started going through my phone. Let me go through. Let me go through and delete, delete, delete. Absolutely. I haven't spoken to you in over a year. Delete. Oh, I remember that you made me feel a certain way, and I just kept you around just because I was so concerned and worried about what you would think and say about me if I did delete you. Well, guess what? Delete. Oh, you were just a friend at work, but remember when you tried to be shady and talk out of both sides of your face? And I know what you said about me because this person and that person, and not everybody's going to tell the same lie. Okay, delete. So I had to go through and I did that exercise. And then I strongly encourage you all, if you haven't texted them, they haven't texted you, and your number is just chilling in there for over a year and you haven't been in contact, delete. And I guarantee that they won't hit you up again. And if they do hit you up again, just do the basic who's this? And if they really are who they say they are, they'll show themselves. If these people are meant to be in your life and be in your world, don't worry, trust and believe that the Most High knows how to keep that thing intact. There are people that I was like, whatever, I don't want nothing to do with them, and then I end up bumping into them in the store, or they're just so consistent, and only way that you can describe it is supernatural work. So there are people that I was like, whatever, and then they end up being in your life anyway. Use discernment now. I'm not saying that that's always a good thing because the enemy can try to trick you and trap you as well, but just do the exercise. And even if it's 50%, even if it's 75% of the people that will fall off, it's just extra baggage that you were able to clean up. That's how you're able to strengthen the mental, cleaning up your environment. Now, if you are only an average of the five closest people that you surround yourself with, this is a financial show, so I'm just keeping it real. Maybe you should surround yourself by people who have a little bit more money than you do. So if all your friends are broke, then guess what's going to happen to you? Most likely, you're going to be broke because you're going to pick up their habits. There's this such thing called soul ties that you end up picking up the habits and doing things and you don't even know you're doing it. It's from a spiritual aspect that you will be basically becoming the people who you surround yourself with. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, and a lot of people may sign off. And I have lost some, supporters and followers along the way. And in the beginning, I was a little, mm, I felt a certain way about it because we've come from such a far place of having only a few followers to having over close to 25,000 people worldwide listening to the 4-1 podcast, reading between the lines, and, you know, following and learning from Black Diamond Consultations. So in the beginning, it made me feel a certain way, but as I continue to evolve and step into my purpose here, it actually makes me happy. It makes me happy today knowing that when one door closes, the next one might be open. So if this is not something that you are interested in listening to, that's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for showing me because now you will open the door and allow someone else to take your seat. And I'm okay with that. If you want to continue to live in debt, if you want to have sleepless nights, and if you want to toss and turn and pace the floor late at night based off of the poor financial decisions that you've made, then if that's what you want, go right ahead. Because let me tell you this here. I have spent majority of my life trying to change people and getting myself worked up, upset, just turning to the Tasmanian devil because I wanted people to have a great life and to see things the way that I've seen it. So if anybody out there, people pleasers, I don't know what you want to call them, empaths, I don't whatever the technical term is, anybody out there that tried their best to change somebody, whether you were buying stuff for them, creating a better life for them, giving them money, basically enabling people. If you were that person, I want to tell you this. You have the award, you have the game over award. Congratulations, you have won the game over award. No good. No good at all. You cannot change anybody. See, I woke up in 2020 and I realized that you have been painted. First of all, I had to tell myself, Laren, you know what? Let's just be real for the first time in your life. I had to look myself in the mirror and say, you know what, sir? You are an amazing, you are handsome, you're a beautiful man. And I'm so sorry that you thought that it was okay to go ahead and put your mental beliefs and your whole makeup onto somebody else. That you thought that you can download what God has placed up here, the beautiful gifts and the amazing wisdom and knowledge and understanding that God has given you, that you decided and you thought that it was the best thing to do to try to go ahead and duplicate that and put it on somebody else. I'm really am sorry that you thought that that was okay. See, once I learned, oh wow, this was a gift. Thank you, God. Thank you so much for giving me this gift. I didn't know that it was wrong. I've racked my brain for so many years. I didn't know that it was wrong to think that everyone should think the way that I thought. Oh, and by the way, God, you have given me these visions. You have given me this thought process. You have given me everything that you have given me so that I can help teach and train the people who are ready, the people who want to learn. And when someone shows you who they are, Maya, Angelo, see, when people show you who they are, you should believe them the first time. And Laren Gaines says, when people show you who they are, you should believe them the first time, not the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, or eighth. So when people do show me who they are the first time, oh, I get it. That's when I'm supposed to say, thank you so much for showing me exactly who you are. And no hard feelings. And I don't even need to get into all of this with you. But I just internally I need to say no hard feelings. But you know what? Let me just go ahead and move and let them stay over there and rock and do whatever they're gonna do over there because I need to move and do what I need to do over here. And the more that I step into my purpose and the more that I align myself with like-minded individuals, okay, see what they're doing over there, that doesn't fit well with me. I don't do stuff like that. But see, I tried to, and I tried to, you know, mingle in and step in and try to teach and help, and that became a disaster. So we know we don't do that over there, what they do. So let's move on over here. And when I step into my purpose and when I do exactly what God has put me here to do, He will provide and He will provide me the people who want to learn and want to get to the next level and who want to excel and who wants to grow. That's when I'm talking about when it comes to that mental. That's the type of work that you have to put in and pray and get into that spiritual realm and ask for wisdom and build and get that understanding and pray for discernment to be able to know the fake ones from the real ones. Because trust and believe that happens too. I was listening to a song today from TLC off of the Crazy Sexy Cool album, Case of the Fake People. You got to be very careful. They'll smile in your face. You know that song, The Backstabbers? And all they want to do is take your place? Come on now. That affects the mental as well. What you, people you hang around, people you talk to on the phone. I had to stop that too. Like, you're basically downloading, mentally downloading all of the information and all of the emotions and mannerisms and the way, even the way people speak their words and the things that they say. Have you ever been hanging around somebody so much and you are not around them anymore for a couple hours or days or whatever, and you start to say exactly the same thing that they say or start to be and do some of the same things that they do? It's spiritual. You got to be very careful with the content that you consume, the people who you're on the phone with day in and day out. Someone always calls you and says that they're not feeling well, they're this, they're that, they're unhappy, they're always have this chaos and this commotion going on in their world. And you sit and you listen to that hours on end. What do you think's going to happen? You're going to develop that same thought process because you have been downloading. See, the mind, I know I'm on this mental. I know I'm on this mental for a minute. The mind is so powerful. So powerful. Records and downloads every single thing, even the visual aspect of it, the things that you consume and watch and your environment. Your brain is constantly processing. This is so deep, I know. This is real deep. So you have to be very careful of that. The music that you listen to. I've even changed the music that I listen to. I love Mary J. Blige. I understand that, I know that, but there are certain Mary records that I had to stop listening to. I listen to, people say I like old Mary, I like new Mary. I listen to new Mary, to happy Mary, because I can't. I've downloaded the music for so many. I've lived it for so many. Today, I just can't do it. And I go back sometimes and I listen to records here and there, but I don't stay there. I used to stay stuck for so long. And I downloaded all of those themes, the feelings, the emotions, trust and belief. That's why I understand and know. I know who I am today. Spiritual. I spoke about scrolling on social media. It's very important how you start your day, ladies and gentlemen. Who you are dedicating the first hours of your day to. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing that's on your mind? Who's the first person on your mind? That is so important. This is listen, this whole thing is so powerful and so amazing. And for those of you out there who might be struggling, because I've been there before, I've been there too. And this is why I have to give this knowledge to you, because I've been there before. You may not have it 100% because in 2020, I thought my world was coming to an end. But I had beautiful, amazing people who were around me telling me who I am. Because I didn't know at the time, but they saw something in me and they spoke beautiful things into me and led me back into faith. And this is why I'm saying that whatever situation you're in today, trust and believe that it's no coincidence. It's no accident. Everything happens in life. The fact that you are listening to me speaking right here today, whether you've come across this live in the moment, whether it's 6 months or 6 years after the date this show has broadcasted, it is not a coincidence that you are listening to what you're listening to here. Everything in life happens for a reason. This message is so that you can go ahead and make a change in your life if you choose to, because this is a choice. You can either go left or you can go right. And that is one of the most difficult decisions that you will ever make. Left or right? Do I continue to do the old thing or do I want to go ahead and step into this new thing? The only competition that you have out there that's going to stop you from getting to the next level, that is going to get in your way, the only person is you. Nobody else can do it for you. Nobody else can change you. Nobody else can do anything. Just like you can't change anybody else, nobody else can change except nobody else can change you except you. And even when I was at rock bottom, I was at my financial rock bottom, at the lowest point. I told myself, you know what? We've been here before. This ain't the first time. This is not the first time we got out of debt and ended up getting back into it, getting into a relationship, racking up a credit card, doing stupid things just to try to make somebody else happy, buying myself, all of the clothes, jewelry, cars, this, that, the next, the other, thinking that those things were going to make me happy because I wasn't happy and I was searching for this right here. I didn't know how to find him because I was too busy looking for him in everybody else. If you're here, easier said than done, I know. Just don't give up. Just don't give up. And I want you to continue to mentally visualize yourself of where you'd like to be. You may not be here right today, but never give up on visually, mentally taking yourself there. And stay there. Stay there as long as you can. Write it down. Put it on your mirror so that when you get up in the morning, you can see it. Keep it in the car with you. Keep it in your ear. Beautiful, positive affirmations, music, people, podcasts. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I'm only speaking from real life experiences. I've been there before. I've hit my financial rock bottom, and it is my life purpose to help people get up out of theirs. If there is anything, any single solitary thing that you've heard today that have sparked some sort of interest in you to say, I want to learn a little bit more about what he's speaking about when it comes to this debt for living. If that's you out there, do me a favor, head on over to laryngains.com. Head over to laryngains.com, sign up for that free 15-minute consultation. Go ahead and sign up for that consultation. We will have a one-on-one conversation to see if I'm a good fit for you, to see if my financial coaching method works best for you. Now, again, I am not for everybody and everybody is not for me. If you still want to swipe credit cards, if you still want to live beyond your means, if you still want to go and get personal loans and student loans and car loans and things of that nature, if you're still doing a buy now, pay later, listen, the list goes on and on and on. If that's you, then I will repeat that this is not the program for you. I am not the financial coach for you if those are the things that you love to do and you feel that you cannot shake free from it. But if you are someone out there that says, Laren, you know what? I have done these things. I am doing these things. I have done it, but I don't want to do it anymore. Or I'm to the point where I want to cut up my credit cards. I'm over it. I'm ready to tell them to come pick up the car. They can have it. I'm ready to move and downsize and sell my house or move into a smaller place that makes sense for me when it comes to, you know, my finances. If that's the case, then this program might be for you. Head on over to laryngains.com, sign up for that free 15-minute consultation if you want to learn more and continue to go down this journey, because this is only, we're just basically touching the surface here on a podcast. Behind the scenes, I have a financial strategy group. You can go ahead and DM me on Instagram. You basically can DM me from any platform, but you have to have Instagram in order to be a part of the financial strategy session, which is I host it monthly. But I'm offering complimentary seats to my 2-hour masterclass, The Spiritual Cost of Debt. That is going to be later on today at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Text the word peace to 609 200 1098. Again, that is the word peace to 609 200 1098. I'm giving away complimentary seats for my 2-hour masterclass, The Spiritual Cost of Debt. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I've been going on and on and on, but we got to go ahead and get out of here. We have to go ahead and pay some bills. So I want to say thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. And stay tuned. We have an awesome lineup this week. Very special thank you to all my guests out there who have, come on. They're lined up. They're ready to go. We have some great interviews and great breakthroughs. And this was a amazing opening to a great week. So thank you all so much, and have a good night. Take care now.